right, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Into the Dojo. This week we're joined by Jason Viglione, who is founder of JayVig Media, is a social strategy and digital media company. Jason, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Will.
Absolutely. Wanted to get a few bits of info and your opinion on social media these days. Social media is something that's rapidly evolving and changing and something that's incredibly prevalent to business. So it seems like today everybody's calling themselves a social media expert. In your opinion, what makes a true social media expert or consultant, and kind of what separates those people from the rest of the pack?
It's actually kind of a tough question. I mean, this industry is in its infancy, so anybody with an idea likes to call themselves an expert these days. It's a little bit tough to say. There's no certifications, there's no licensure, right? It's not like project managers that have the ability to be vetted. So there's really less about what makes an expert, and it's more about what do you find is going to be useful to you. And there are some key things that you're going to look for. One thing that I'm real big on is less about what people know about social media, less about the intelligence side, and more about the emotional connection side of things. So, for example, somebody that's going to come to you and tell you, oh, I heard that platform A is blowing up, we should get you on this. They're not the person you're looking for, right? You want somebody that can spot the changes ahead of time and be there. Somebody that can increase awareness for your brand across all spaces, all platforms. I like to look at what makes a good strategy for you. If you were a lawyer, I'm not going to put you on Instagram, for example. So when you're looking for somebody that you can call an expert or somebody that you can go to for consultation, you really want to find somebody that's got, I think, three things. It's the passion for, I believe this is the most important evolution in communication since the telephone. So somebody that believes in that passion, somebody that's got the charisma. You know, we can all stand here and kind of Ben Stein it for you, and it's not going to engage anybody. And the final thing is the dynamism, a dynamic personality that knows how to reach people on the most intimate and granular levels, things that already matter to them, make it matter within the confines of the social space. People that kind of hold those qualities, I think, are the ones that are going to really be best served and suited for consultation.
Absolutely, I agree. And it goes back to the notion that there's this concept that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And that social media can kind of be effective in channeling out what's your mission behind your company, why do you do it every single day. And I think a lot of people just say, you know, hey, this is my Twitter account, my Facebook account, let me share what my latest product feature is. And you know, you really got to tell more of a rounded story than necessarily just spewing out information that doesn't fit a bigger piece of the picture. Would you say that's accurate?
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing that you use the word story. I just wrote an article this morning on JayVigMedia.com about how we need to be hiring CSOs, a new position that doesn't exist, our chief storyteller officers. And these are the people that bridge the gap from advertising, PR, marketing, customer service, and community, and tell the story. Anybody can promote a product, but not everybody can make you care about that product. And that's what social does. It makes it conversational.
Awesome. All right, go to our next question. What are some of the most common mistakes that you see people do in regards to social media? Maybe you're like, you know, you're checking your Twitter account or your Facebook, and you're like, God, like, why? Why would you do that? Give me some examples of what really ticks you off.
I spend so much time talking about the things that you should be doing, and I've recently gone out on the attack, the people that are doing it wrong. I have a new web series called You're Doing It Wrong, and I'm attacking all the people that just don't get it. And it's people who are using social media the way we use traditional media. Billboards, TV, radio, newspaper, push. That's wrong.
Right.
The idea is, for the first time in the history of advertising and marketing, we have two-way conversations now, two-way communication. So those people that are just pushing messages out, that really bugs me. The people that schedule things, they're just not present for this. That's what really makes me nuts more than anything else. I think even bigger than that, it's not what people do, it's what people don't do. And there are people that are limiting their social interaction because they feel that it mitigates a risk, and they're putting all their eggs in a basket that they think provides immediate ROI. I know that you've spoken with Gary Vee. I speak with Gary. And one thing that he said, somebody asked him a question, what's the ROI of social media? And his answer was, what's the ROI of your mother? We want people, this is long term. I mean, it's the whole, you can shear a sheep many times, but you can only once. The people that don't want to build relationships are the problem.
Yeah, awesome. Well, on the flip side, what are some examples of companies that are doing it right? Like a company that you're like a huge fan of their social media strategy.
I mean, the people that understand that it is two-way. One person that gets it right all the time, it's going to surprise you, I think. It's Taco Bell.
Really?
They are just absolutely amazing with it because they're two-way about their product, first of all. But there's a human there. They have humanized the brand of Taco Bell. They've taken that whole brand and made it a person. Prime example, somebody made a joke that they ate too much at Taco Bell and they had a burrito food baby. Taco Bell's reaction was, yeah, we want a paternity test. And it's so funny, but it makes you realize that you're not interacting with a logo.
Yeah.
These are people here.
Yep.
The people that run Taco Bell's social media, they're customers someplace else. And they understand the dynamic. Wegmans. Not everybody knows Wegmans, right? It's a supermarket chain it's regional. But if you ask for a product, when they find that product and they bring it to their store, whether it's a day, a week, or a month, they're going to come back to you and say, remember when you asked for this?
Yep.
We have it now. Come in. It's on aisle 3, halfway down, 3rd shelf.
Awesome.
So they get it right. They understand.
That's great, man. And now when you mentioned Taco Bell, you actually are refreshing my memory. I know Jack Dorsey, he posted a Vine the other day, and casually somebody was eating a taco in the background, and Taco Bell 10 seconds after he posted that Vine was like, is that a Taco Bell taco? And Jack Dorsey was like, yes, it is a Taco Bell taco. And they got a lot of exposure just off that Vine. So they were on top of it.
Taco Bell is Snapchatting people.
Yep.
And I mean, they're probably the first people that are actually using Snapchat for other than nefarious purposes.
They're actually on Snapchat.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. If you send them a Snapchat of you eating a Taco Bell, they'll Snapchat you back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they get it. They understand the human side of it.
That's awesome, man. Wow. I'm going to check out their whole stream and see exactly how they're doing it, because I'm sure we can learn a lot of lessons from Taco Bell. Who knew?
Right?
So next question, what are some of the things that people should be doing in their social media campaigns? Like if you're consulting on a company, what do you tell them when you say, these are the things that you need to keep in mind when you're reaching out to your audience? What are some of the tips that people need to think about when they engage in social media?
Well, I actually have a whole series of 15 steps to get you started on social media. And they encompass a lot of things, but really what it comes down to, it's be human, it's be ubiquitous, and it's don't be a used car salesman.
Right.
Be everywhere, but everywhere that's relevant is really what it comes down to. Like the example before, if you are a hair salon, you should absolutely be Instagramming pictures of all the fabulous hairdos you're doing for people. Whatever's relevant, be there, be human. Absolutely. Buffer's great. I get the need to schedule those things. You're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you don't want to post it, but don't let that run you.
Right.
Be there, be present, be engaging, be dynamic. It's just think about any bad experience that you've had with customer service and just make an effort to fix that solution, to fix that problem with a pay-it-forward solution to your customers.
Nice, man. Nice. That's good advice. So real quick, tell me a little bit more about your company, JayVig Media, and you have a LiveNinja profile. What can people expect when they hire you on LiveNinja? What can you help them with?
And it's going to depend on who's coming to me and what they're coming to me for. And that's kind of the magic of social media and JayVig Media's approach specifically. It's that it's customized to you. You can dig through my website and you will not find a single dollar sign because we don't tell you what it's going to cost. Because what's your profile worth to you? So what we really strive to do is we look at what your business is. I want to get to know you, your business, your vision, your mission, and what it all means to you. And we'll create a strategy. Where should you be posting? When should you be posting there? And I really want to focus very heavily on the analytics side of it. Because great to put content out, But what does that mean to you? You might get 300 mentions, but if 299 of them are complaints, we need to do a better job. So I start with making you understand the three kinds of customers we have in this world, and why we love two and hate one. We love the evangelist. I mean, it doesn't get any better than people promoting your brand. We love the haters, because if I know what you dislike about my business, I know how to fix it. I know how to make it better. Talk to me. Be there to help. It's the quiet ones that are tough. We've got to reach out. We've got to engage them. We've got to find out, did you like it enough to come back? Are you going to tell your friends? And measure those responses and be consistent, but don't be over the top pushy and salesy. You know, give people an opportunity to tell them what you like, you know. So we'll build these profiles according to you. Consistent messaging, consistent branding, logo design. I mean, it's just wherever people go, they're going to have the same experience. Imagine if every McDonald's you went into, the French fries tasted different. Right? We want to avoid that. You know what you're going to get when you walk into a McDonald's.
Yep.
Right? And we use social media to provide that same consistent experience for every client.
Awesome. Awesome, man. That's great stuff. Well, dude, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. If you want to talk to Jason personally, you can go to his LiveNinja profile. We'll put a link on this blog post, and we'll also put a link directly to JayVig Media. You can check out the website. Any other ways they could reach you? The Twitter handle?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at JayVig, JayVig. So at JayVig on Twitter. There's a JayVig Media Facebook page, of course. On JayVigMedia.com, there's a contact form. There's follow us buttons. Absolutely check out the blog. Always putting out articles, videos, praising those that get it right, putting people in the hot seat when they get it wrong. And there's a million ways to learn about this. And we're happy to engage in any medium that works for the client.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Holler at Jason. This dude's legit. Trust me, he knows his stuff.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for joining us, and we'll all talk soon.
All right, well, thanks so much.
Take care.